Well, hello from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Thank you for having us again on a Let's Fly along. I am excited. Let me just get everything adjusted. I'm making sure that I'm happy with everything there. Hello to people who are already on the chat. Chappers Fly has said hello. Goodney, hello. Yes, nice to see you there on the chat as well. Please keep your text chats coming thick and fast, and I'll be glad to incorporate your clever questions and your wise observations into our live stream experience. Who was that flying like a mad person above us? Hello, Helicopter 5432. So great to see you along as well. Let's see who's on board. And what about this weather? Some rather threatening looking clouds over Vancouver today. And what have we got there for wind? 12 knots from the northwest. Could be worse. We might be dodging some showers, but if you look up to the hills there in the north, those are the North Shore Mountains, aren't they? I'm going to have to apologise to people in Vancouver for any of my geological or geographical slip-ups. If those are the North Shore Mountains, it's looking rather a bit sunnier over there, isn't it? So I'm feeling moderately hopeful about that. We'll see how we go. Look at all these helicopters! Goodness me. Let's get these name tags on so we can see who's on board. Looks like I'm not the only one in an H130 today. That's good. Speedy Pro, you're invisible to me for some reason, but there's Chappers Fly in a H130, like I am. Delta Foxtrot 3 in your MH60, very good. Chris Loire, also invisible to me, that's curious. Charlie Parra in your traditional S76. There's me in my Dark Angel liveried H130. It's not a Dark Angel original, I should say. It is a Canadian helicopter, and how amazingly, brilliantly attractive is that livery? That is so good. That is so good, so great on the H130. All right, who else have we got here? We have got Overspeed, whose idea this stream is. This route, idea for today's route. What's it called? Sea to Sky? Is that what it's called? Oh dear. Go ahead, someone. Sea to Sky corridor, there we go. Luckily Overspeed's there on the Discord chat to make sure I say the right thing. So thank you for supplying the idea. JB Vox, have I ever seen you in a stream before? Hello. PCO 1534 up there as well, or is that a auto something or other? Ritzkio flying along. EXD Felix, hello. In your I can't quite tell, it's a Sierra, isn't it? MH60 Sierra. Spout got reversed into by a Quasi Archer there. In your Alouettes, yes, love that. Ritzkio in your tail strike in your 205, sorry. Huey, and who else we got over here? Whisperdark, another newcomer who's already said hello to me on the Discord chat. Hello, Whisperdark in your H160. How excellent is that? Let's have a little look at that livery. Nice. Red Sea Global. Okay. Rudy Zarzov in your S76. Love that. That's a nice livery as well. That suits that 1990s aircraft just nicely, that livery, in my opinion. rkApp in a 206B. Yes, I think so. Yep. Jet Ranger. Helicopter 5432. Did you bring an H130 as well? I think you did. Excellent. Love that. Swiss livery too. Nice one. And another H130. Murray JC. Excellent work in your Stars and Stripes machine there. And let's just zoom over here. Zibidoo or Shibidoo in an H130. Yes, it's an H130 day today. Very good. And all the way over here, Tangles in your Alouette. Very nice to see. And a few other people as well. I've got the traffic on, so we'll have to maybe negotiate a bit of that. So I will get back on board in fact, I'll just hit this button, hopefully to zoom back over there. There we go. There we go. Get back on board, and I will get my tablet up here, and we'll show you the general purpose today. So we are going to... probably we're going to have to do a VFR departure that takes us down to... maybe I'll brief the departure a bit closer, but we'll be going south. Then to stay out of the control zone of the airport, we'll come around here a bit I couldn't find any specific helicopter departures for the airport, so I am just taking a general VFR departure. And we'll come over the Lionsgate Bridge here and look at downtown Vancouver. And then we proceed up the Capilano Valley here, which will be nice. So we'll come up here, come out to Britannia and overfly. I need to change my maps here. Oh, always too many screens, Matthew. Well, too many windows in one screen is my real problem. Squamish is next up as we get up to the north end of the sound there. Then we'll go inland a bit. We'll look at Mount Garibaldi, a large volcano. We'll hopefully land here. I hope this is pronounced correctly. Cheakamus, the lake here. We'll see if we can set down at the eastern end of that lake before heading right up to the top of Whistler Mountain. We'll have a look at some of the default scenery, some of the handcrafted scenery up there, which will be fun. Then a steep descent. We might have to go down this way, down into the valley here, so that we don't have to do a nosedive to get to Whistler Blackcomb Helicopters. And some of us have downloaded a scenery from flightsim.to. It would be nice of me to be able to quote the person's name, but it's just slipped my mind. Then we'll take an east and departure from Blackcomb Whistler, and we'll just enjoy some of the peaks and some of the glaciers up here before coming into the valley to get all the way, the Pitt River, to get all the way back into Vancouver. So we'll be sitting down back where we started from. So that's the general course of events there. Any questions? You can hit me up on the YouTube text chat. I'll keep an eye on that. And I will start to get myself loaded up here. I think I'll take a full load of fuel. I think it's advisable. I'm a bit suspicious about the MSFS 2024 Sim Update 4 fuel consumption. If you can hear a bit of clattering around in the background, that's because I've got FSRealistic on, and that's the cabin atmos, or cabin ambience. So we'll load that. And has that actually put people in the machine? It has. Excellent stuff. Whoops, that was a bit dramatic for it. Okay, so let's get this helicopter powered up. Just as well I practiced this. So, checklist, advanced, we'll just go standard. Or, should I try expert? No, it's the same. So, pedals, and yes, got all our controls there. The rotor brake is forward and lashed, correct. Fuel shutoff is forward, that's down, I can't even remember, on the H130, it's fine. Battery can come on. Maybe I'll just get this over here. That's almost visible. Battery, avionics and systems, all set. Avionics. I'm just going to mainly be using the EFB and navigating visually today, so I'm not going to get too worried about what I've put down here. So that'll all come right in a minute. Warning light, there's 4 warning lights to press, some of which are up here. So they work up there, but I can't see them down here, or can I? Can I hold that and then... No, because why is that? Because I can't hold that and move that down at the same time. Okay, alright, well, they're all fine. So there might be a better way to do that. Did the FLI go, yes, it did go all the way up to 100, that's fine. Servo test, press servo. Servo light comes on, I believe. Servo test. How do I used to be able to do that, didn't I? Oh, because I had the head tracking on, that's what it was. Is my head tracking working today? This is while I check all these things before I go live. I think sometimes it just gets a little bit strange. I think that is actually working, but I'll have to come back to it. Servo test, sure, that's fine. A fire test, yeah, fine. Collective down. Generator remains off. It does, yes, okay, so we can now start up. It's actually the fastest thing in the world to start up the H130 and H125. So we just advance through those. Let's get that fuel pump on. Can't hear it. Anti-coils come on. Starter now can come on, which is a on-off switch. And we're all fine up here. Get that on. And our lovely H130 will come to life. There we go. Bit of a suspicious lack of audio. Makes me wonder, what have I done there? It's just very soft. There it comes at last. Alright. Bit strange. Starter on. FLI. No problems there. That did get quite high. That is so quiet in my headphones. I'm just going to have to investigate my sound levels here for the engine sounds. Aircraft engines. Right, because we can't go over the top here. What if I ask for more volume out of there? A little bit better. It's competing with the exterior sounds. I think the sound balance is a bit wrong there. Might have to send Josh Cowan a note or leave something on his Discord. That FLI's all over the place, isn't it? How's that going? What are you doing, FLI? We're in flight here, that's a mistake. So that should be down here and idle. Not the best startup I've ever done. Generator on, let's get that happening. Oh dear. Fuel pump can now come off. Avionics and systems all in set. Well, that's fine. Twist grip, it can come to flight position now. So I'm just using my throttle controller there. A little bit disturbed by the lack of audio, I've got to say. It's very soft. I'll thank anyone on YouTube to comment on the balance between me and all the background noises. Always helpful to get a second opinion there. I'll just bring that up there a bit as well. That might help a bit. Yes, how's that? That's, I think, a little bit better now, isn't it? Okay, alright, let's see how that goes. Horn can now come on, which we don't hear, that's correct. Fire test and then horn switched, so... and then horn... off, surely off and on, I think is what that means. So... no. No. Yes, so that's working. Very soft horn, very soft fire horn. If I had a fire in my H130, I'd really want to hear quite a loud alarm. Alright, so that was maybe not the... oh, okay, that is... the head tracking's working, it's just disabled in the views, in the instrument views. That is a chase plane thing. That's correct. So I've also got FSRealistic running today. I've got a video. I was hoping to publish that last night, but I just ended up taking longer than what I hoped, which is about the case in about 90% of my videos. So here are all the effects. I can just test them to give you a bit of a demonstration there. Harmonics is that you can see that motion there in the panel. Ground effect. You can hear a bit of a wind rush there. That's a noise reflected back off the ground. Vortex ring state. We'll do that. I've tuned all of these for this helicopter. ETL will give us a bit of a shake and a bit of a blade slap noise there, and the blade slap, we get a bit of vibration there. I can just hear that. A little bit suspicious about my sound balance here, I really am. Can I change the volume of other aircraft in here? I didn't actually see that sound. Master volume, other aircraft, So why don't I get that down to 50 and then push this one here a bit higher. Maybe a slight difference? Okay, alright, let's deal with that. So, briefing the departure then. So, I will attempt to bring up Navigraph for this, although guess what? I forgot to do that important thing inside my streaming software, so let me just figure out what that is. I can't wait for the day that I have more than one screen to do all this stuff on. It's going to be significantly better than struggling along like this. So, Navigraph, yes. Are you going to work now? Oh, it's, what do you know? Miracle of miracles. So let me just get the VFR departures chart up for Vancouver International. We are in the southwest corner at an operator called HeliJet here. I have again rented the scenery for Vancouver, which I find very convenient. So that cost me $1.45 to get a day of... oh, I've forgotten who the designer is now. Who was the designer for that one? Sorry, your name's just gone out of my head. Unfortunately, they've done a great job with the airport, but they haven't put helipad. They've graphically put the helipads in, but they haven't actually defined these as starting locations. So I've just had to slew the helicopter over here. So scenery designers, please, when you do an international airport and you model the helipads, please also define them as starting spots in Microsoft Flight Simulator so that we can actually use them, please. Thank you. That'd be great. So let's have a look here. So where was I? I was going to look at the VFR departures, which of course are under the approach charts for some reason. So we are going to probably proceed west along a taxiway, lift, and turn to a heading of 160 to get us to Gary Point. We will, I think, basically fly along the river here and then north to get to Metrotown, then the city, Lionsgate Bridge. So we're doing a bit of a J shape here to get up to the Capilano Valley, up to the north there. So we'll be turning left after lifting from the taxiway. Now, do I actually know what taxiway that is? Because I'm sure everyone's really concerned with that. It's taxiway Foxtrot. I propose that we just do our takeoff roll here, and we'll do our 160 turn. Sorry, our turn to heading 160 to get us down to, what was it, Gary Point, wasn't it? So I think that will work just nicely. Gary Point, and then we'll turn to the mouth of the river. I mean, could I get that VOR up, 1159? I haven't actually done any VOR navigation on the stream before, because I don't need to, really. You see, I look at this and I go, oh no, why did I think that was a good idea? 1159, 1159, and just swap those. And what do I need on here? Well, this is while I practice this. I'll worry about that when I get going. It'll be fine. Alright, so I'm going to lead us out to taxiway Foxtrot. Typical Matthew Crawford rigger on display here. Let me get rid of that Navigraph display now. How's that? Oh, that works as well. What a delightful surprise. So, who do I need to navigate past to get out? Oh, it's actually not too bad. Ritzkio, I might need you to... I can probably navigate around you, in fairness. So I'm just going to go up in that direction. Oh, you've just winked out of existence. Alright, so... And there's the taxiway. So I'll probably get over to where maybe... Zulu Sierra Kilo Charlie is. Hello, haven't seen you before, so welcome to the stream. Get over to where you are right now. So let's start getting things ready here. Bit of right stick, bit of right pedal, and pulling collective. Eyes ahead. Maybe let's get the head tracking on. Reset that, okay. Alright, up on one skid. Pulling aft cyclic. Yeah, leaning over there, but not ideal. I had the wind on my tail there. Okay, a little bit of dragging there. By dragging, I meant the frame rate. So sometimes I have to turn the traffic quality down, even with my new 5080. There is another one right there. See how that stream performance is going. Okay. I haven't got the SAS on yet, which is my plan. Am I losing rotor RPM? Why? Why am I losing rotor RPM? Because that wasn't all the way out, that's why. It's one of those flights. I can only just hear it as well for some reason, so let me just check the balance there again. I suspect the background noise looks very high for you right now, so I'm just going to turn that down slightly. So people on YouTube, just comment please if the background noise is too high for you. It's just a bit weird in my headphones today. The never-ending story of me trying to get the audio balance right for doing this streaming. I'll get there one of these days. Okay, let's try and get over here a bit. Not collect Whisper Dark's H160. So here's Foxtrot. I'm just going to settle down a little bit further now that black van's overtaken me. There we go. I'll just come down here a little bit and let everyone form up, and then we'll take our departure to the left. Nose up, collective down. And just settle down here. Alright, so how are you all going back there? Oh, I love seeing all the helicopters. Love seeing all the helicopters. looks like Chappers Fly, you're doing a ground taxi there in your H130. That's impressive. Come on, Corsi Archer. It's almost time to get going. Yes, nice work, people. Nice work. Alright, don't forget to stop Charlie. Yes, there's one of those messages. You know what? I'm going to preemptively get in here and go to my global rendering quality. And what have I got here? Traffic, quantity and variety. None of these are about quality as such, are they? I'm just going to just randomly just turn some of these down. See how I go. Road traffic. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, what if we'll see a moose today? What if we'll see a moose? All right. Let's get going. Why is the grip still telling me that it's gone down again? So I've got some controller conflict. Why is that going down by itself? Am I going to have to monitor that the entire flight? That's annoying. Why are you going to... I think I might know what it is. Is it this? No. 4, 5, 6, 1. Is it still there? Aha! I found it. So, no matter how many times I change this, MSFS still puts it back. And helicopters all in keyboard, there is something on F1. Yes. No, it's not there. Toggle foot. No. Auto. No. Shift F1. Toggle. No, that doesn't look like it. But it's definitely cutting the throttle. I wonder if Josh is using one of these inputs to control his H130, because it's I need to not push that button. Oh, how annoying! How am I going to fix that? Okay, I'll just do it when I fly, just like everything else. Excellent. All right, so let's go. Let's go. Pointing down here. I needed a more aft cyclocon pickup there. Try to remember that. So we're into the wind now at least, so that'll make it a bit easier. So here we go, people. Rolling past Millionaire. Rob, look out. All the helicopters are coming for you. There we go. In your MH60 down there. Lovely. Okay, so now we need to do a turn to 160. See if we can make that moderately smooth. I wish I knew what was going on with my audio. It's just been a nightmare every stream. I've had to change stuff. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Motion duck's still down there on the ground. Two, 1, 0. Getting there. Heading 160. Doesn't actually have a... Okay, so I haven't done my compass. Alright, so another Matthew Crawford disaster. My compass is giving me the incorrect heading because I haven't fixed that. Wow. Let's try and fix that. In fact, I'm just going to head direct to VOR at this point. Cross South Arm and maintain 2,000 feet. We can do that. All the ship's names come up here as well. When I put the nameplates on for people, I also get all of that. Okay, let's try and trim this out. Maybe get the SAS on. Come on. Well, that was... not maybe the best demonstration of flying, but anyway, we've achieved that. All right, and just got a... How's that coming along? How's that coming along? Oh, well, look, here we go. We're moving at least. And so we're... Got the south arm there. And if I did actually want to do this properly... menu... That's localizer, that's VOR. Okay, and let's just get rid of that menu, and get rid of that menu, and... Okay. Right, that is suspiciously not showing what I thought it would show. That's still on flight. Well, here's the south arm, so let's do our left turn. Okay, and I'll just do it with the trim. Let's do our left turn. We'll follow the arm up. I've got 120 knots on. Sleep robber. That's a good name for a boat. It would be if the seas were rough, wouldn't it? So 1,500 feet. We're climbing again. That's good. I'm going to try and lock it off at 2,000. Follow the procedure. Just giving the cyclic a tiny lean, as well as giving... Yeah, there we go. Giving it the suggestion on here. Yeah, we're just getting into the lowest part of this low cloud at the moment, aren't we? So that's 1,900 feet now. Just using my trim there to command the SAS. As we follow the river up here. A little bit more to the right then. Oop, not quite that dramatic, please. You can just about fly the H130 with the trim switch alone. Once you're in cruise. Alright, there's 2,000 feet, so I'm going to ask it to hold Alt. And let's just get this over here. It's better. Let's have a look at some of these helicopters. No, not that switch. That one. Oh, yes! What a formation. Okay, there we go again. I've lost that again. So I need to... Is it the 5 button that's doing it? It is. It's F5. Okay, that's good. So I'll fix that. Where do I need to do that? I need to do that in the controls. Search by input. F5. Cut helicopter throttle. Do you think that could be it? Do you think that might be the one? Secondary delete that thing at once. Oh wow, that is not a control that I expected to have a problem with. Cut helicopter throttle, cut throttle. Oh dear, oh dear. Alright, so what do we want? We need to start turning north, Metro Town. And I need to get this compass sorted out as well, so let's just get that moving now to the north. Cold Fish is the name of that boat down there. I just leave the nameplates on so I can enjoy all the names of the other helicopters and shout out the wonderful people who are flying with us today. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. That is so good. And no more cut throttle. Oh dear. So this is all about just keeping us out of that sort of final approach path to Vancouver International. And we get that beautiful view there up to the north as well. Finally, some mountains. Level out. This is our approach path back in later on as well. In you come. Now, I'm just going to have to quickly go into assistances, and is it the gyro drift? Yes, save and back. Sorry, I just messed up the path there a bit. Heading 045, that's, oh no, it's still wrong. So what else do I need to do to get my compass back on track? Or do I just pretend it's not happening? So, Metro Town, overhead. I've got to say, Vancouver has not done maybe well in terms of having the highest resolution photogrammetry buildings. Yes, that's good. That is good. Even from here, they look a bit low resolution, the photogrammetry. Motion duck, yes, the F5 thing probably does explain why the H145 went crazy when I changed viewpoint in the stream a couple of weeks ago. That's right. Although that one was F1, I believe, so I found a new one. I swear I have deassigned all of those problems. Haven't deassigned them enough, evidently. Okay, so we are sort of still in controlled airspace here, so we would have been getting clearance from tower to do what we're doing. So at this point we can start to, I think we can maybe, I can hold the speed. This one, speed, hold speed, lower collective, and get a nicer view of the Lionsgate Bridge, which is over here somewhere, isn't it? Yes, I can just see it over there. So let's get turning over there. I'm a little bit unsettled by the fact that my compass is still not working properly, even with the gyro drift put in there. So I'm just going to hit heading now, and we're going to be heading left. We're also descending. I'll try 1,500 feet initially. So left-hand turn, here it comes. Lovely Vancouver. What a view. All that snow on the range. How lovely. Yeah, FSRealistic just advanced the view there a little bit for me. So it anticipates your change in heading and moves the view accordingly. And now it'll just slowly come back in as well, I think. There it comes. Very neatly done, FSRealistic. So that's 1,500, 60, yes, I'll just start pulling collective now to level at 1,500. And that'll give us a nice view of the Lionsgate Bridge. How many windows do I have open? Oh, that's too many, Matthew. That is too many. Let's get it so the city's on our left when we go over. So I'm just going to turn very slightly to the right now. No, not with that on-off switch. That'd be bad. Ah, that's good. That's good, Vancouver. Thank you. Oh, and Mamu's ports do a good job down there, don't they? Mamu's marinas, I should say. Give a nice representation of the container port down there. That looks great. Yeah, these buildings are a bit better, isn't it? Those Metro Town buildings looked a bit low resolution. These ones look good. Yes, Vancouver. How lucky we are having all of this glorious scenery to look at. Lionsgate Bridge, then we'll follow the Capilano River. That's pretty easy. So we can cross, we'll keep the Lionsgate Bridge just on our right there in that case. Keep it on our right, and then we will turn right and follow the river to the north, and we can kind of see the valley up there. Ooh, we're going into the snow. Yes. Bring your ski jackets. Oh, that's good. That is so good. So good. Oh, it makes me smile, the scenery. MSFS 2024, endlessly wonderful. I feel my seat should be over here a bit, that's better. Okay, there's the river, so here comes our right turn. I wonder if my heading bug's going to work here. It's not, so I will just do it on here. 45 degrees at least, maybe 90 even. The Guinness family, Overspeed informs us, built the Lionsgate Bridge. Why was it in their interest to build that bridge? A good real estate investment. So Overspeed is kindly informing us about the Lionsgate Bridge we've just flown over, funded at least partially or fully by the Guinness family, who had some land holdings up there. So it probably didn't do the real estate values any harm by opening up this area up here to slightly easier access with the Lionsgate Bridge. Thank you, Overspeed. Oh, here we go. It's all snowy on the north shore, isn't it? It was not quite this snowy on the south. Don't know if that's just the weather kind of cut off, or whether it's just because of the increasing elevation here as we climb up. You can see a dam there. That's really how it is, says Overspeed. Whereabouts are you from, Overspeed? It's home territory. That's really good. I feel like I probably have not done your home turf justice, struggling with wondering what's going on with my simulator instead of enjoying the view and regaling you all with my incredible research. That's a beautiful view, and people, we have entered wildlife, I feel. So I'll just get the Navigraph chart up. Has that worked? It has not. It has worked. All right, so get the Navigraph chart up whilst also turning to the left. Oh, it's glorious. Just on Vancouver's doorstep. Thanks to the Guinness family and the Lionsgate Bridge. That peak up ahead is just majestic, isn't it? Just majestic. So, so that peak, is that Mount, in, I think New Zealand would probably pronounce that Strawn, or, yeah. So, Garibaldi, yes, no, Capilano Valley, sorry. We take a right-hand turn here at the head of the lake, and then we follow left to come up to the Sound again, and we'll pass over Britannia Beach on our way to overfly Squamish. So people who join later, you are invited to join the flight at Charlie Yankee Sierra Echo, Squamish Municipal. So let's get rid of that, and actually let's fly this aircraft. What will I do? I'll just lean onto the springs here. No, that won't be enough for it. Oh, because I've still got heading mode on. Do you know what? I'm going to suddenly get that off and do this turn because I've left it a bit late. So come on, round you come. It doesn't like it when I'm using the stick. It would rather I use the used the trim to do this. So I left that a bit late. Alright, so let's just sync that heading there. But probably don't need heading hold actually. I could probably just do this with the trim. So with SAS mode in, the trim becomes more about just maintaining the attitude of the helicopter. Well, that's sort of what trim does anyway, but it just it keeps it very stable for you. You're going to need to climb here a bit as well. So we'll go speed hold. We'll go speed hold. We'll pull a bit of collective, and that'll help the H130 to climb. Yeah, quite a heavily automated. With its stability systems, quite easy to fly. Don't hit that headland right there, Matthew. It's quite well disguised, all the snow on the trees. Excellent. And yes, there are towers there. So we're also seeing the electricity towers down there as well. That's on Navigraph also. So Navigraph helpfully puts in the transmission lines in here as well. Good to know. Good for navigation and good to not fly into. I'm not sure if this is a secret or not. I'm just getting the sense that Mamu of Mamu Designs is working on a new power line pack. So I will of course be checking that out as soon as it's ready. The default power lines have improved massively in MSFS 2024 when SU4 came out, I think, was when that happened. Because they were pretty embarrassing before, but they're better now. They still lack wires going from tower to tower, and Mamu very cleverly improved that in his 2020 power lines package. And we'll see what he's got ready in store for us in 2024. I admire that kind of cleverness that people like him demonstrate every day. Okay, hopefully that audio balance is okay. I'll just fine-tune it again. Nothing in the window now. There we go. 50 concurrent viewers, hello to you as we proceed up the Capilano Valley in British Columbia, on our way to Squamish, overflying, where you can join our flight. All the details are in the live stream video description, so you can join the flight. And you need to be on the correct server, you need to have a few other settings set correctly in order to join a multiplayer flight. But you are invited and you are welcome, and you can join all of... No, that was a terrible cue. You can join all of these people! Let's get the name tags back on so we can see everyone. Helicopter 5432, keeping very good formation there. Zibidoo, Shibidoo. Chappers Flight, Motion Duck, rkApp. Always good to have you all on board. And let's just make sure I keep navigating here. Okay, what's our situation here? So we're still climbing slowly, 2,100. And we'll be seeing the sound again before too much longer. How sound? The southernmost fjord in North America, I do believe. Carved out over the ages by glacial action. If I don't have GL Pilot on board, I've got to make it up for myself. I might have done some basic research, so you're in safe hands. Right. That's looking really good. That's Capilano Mountain rising up on our right now. Oh, it's so good. So good. So I just think that's magic, I really do. Look at all you excellent pilots. motion duck. Yeah, H125, always approve of that. Love seeing the default H125 in use. I've been thinking about just maybe dusting the old default H125 off. It looks so good. All the graphical details on that add-on on that default aircraft are so great on the H125. Okay, so it looks like we're sort of peaking out here. So what are we at? We're at 2... I might see if I can get down to 2,000. We'll just do that initially and see what that's like. So alt hold. No. Speed holder was correct. And then I just lower that. I might just try and get another 10 knots or so of speed on, people. I think the Alouette should still be able to keep up with us. Vertical flying. Unfortunately, the H130 is shown as Cessna citation. Oh dear. Is there any solution to that? Well... vertical flying. Do you own the H130? Is the first question. And then if you give me that information, I might be able to help with what the next step might be to investigate it. Oh, look at it. That is beautiful. How sound. Oh. Oh, beautiful formation flying there too. Helicopter 5432. That looks so great. It's glorious. It's glorious. It's glorious. It's glorious. Okay, so a right-hand turn. This weather is just, it was all grey and depressing in Vancouver, and it's just stunning up here. Alright, so let's get my heading mode back on, and what did I say? We're at 2,200 now. Yeah, okay, so vertical flying, you do not have the H130, therefore it's going to have to make some compromise. So what we would like to see in MSFS 2024 are a couple of things. There's one, some sort of aircraft type denominator, so that there's 1900, so I'll just level off there with the Alt button, and I'll pull a little bit more collective now to keep the speed up. A little bit more collective. So that if you don't have the model, at least you'll get a helicopter, right? Like you would accept, I think, having an H125 displayed instead of a citation for my H130. But the model matching has always been a bit difficult. That one is, I would think, a high priority for them to improve. Ideally, what would be even better is if they could just stream the visual model of aircraft that you don't own. Why not just show me if I don't own, let's say, something that's available in the Microsoft Marketplace, why not just show me that model visually, just stream it in at medium or low resolution, so that at least I can still see it in group flights. This is like a whole other world up here. It's glorious. Overspeed, how long does it take to drive from Vancouver up to Squamish? About an hour to drive, yeah, up the highway. So it's a pretty easy drive, unless it's covered in snow, and it's beautiful. Well, as if the evidence of the helicopter flight wasn't enough, Overspeed assures us this is beautiful up here. It is, I can see. What about that? The sea to sky highway. Yeah. So, what about this? This floating ice down there on the Sound, Overspeed? What do you think about that? Not sure I'm persuaded it's that icy. Oh, sorry, Overspeed. Overspeed's just talking to me on the Discord as well. People are welcome to join the Discord as well. Just try once more, Overspeed, and tell me about this ice. It doesn't look that realistic to me, but maybe I'm misinformed. So yeah, it sounds like Overspeed's just getting himself sorted out. About the ice on the Sound there, I just wasn't so sure that sort of ice on the margin there looks fully realistic. It looks a little bit too icy. So it doesn't really freeze as we kind of suspected. So thank you for the insight there. So here's the Squamish River, all frozen over here. So let's follow that up, and we'll overfly the field in case anyone wants to join us. You have to be pretty quick now because we're almost there. At Charlie Yankee Sierra Echo. Charlie Yankee Sierra Echo, Squamish Municipal, Don Patrick. So we'll overfly, and what are we at? We're at 2,000 feet. I think that's okay. Yeah, Neil, would be good if MS requires add-ons to provide a 3D model for multiplayer. No cockpit or anything, just a good quality model. I would like to think that Microsoft would have the capacity to do that themselves. Microsoft and Asobo. They've got the model. So yeah, so what we're asking, Neil, isn't it, is that we don't need them to load the whole thing in. It's not like we're flying it ourselves. Why not just stream it in so that we can enjoy it visually, even when we don't own it ourselves? That would be a real improvement. A real improvement. Speaking of improvements, I'm liking what FSRealistic is doing here. It's just giving me a little bit of vibration inside the cockpit, which I think is natural in a helicopter, and it's not overstated. I've turned a lot of the features down to be just suggestions rather than, you know, like a bucking bronco. Vertical, yeah, I think it being represented as a heli works better with MSFS 2024 add-ons like the MH60 and not so well with the MSFS 2020 mods. Aha. Right, so because the H130 is still a 2020 mod, technically, then maybe it's not doing quite as good a job as realising that it needs to substitute a helicopter. Maybe there is some field in there that they can tick. Steve Rings, looks like you might be joining us at Squamish. Excellent. Good. Okay, we are going to climb up into the mountains, and we're going to be climbing up to about 9,000 feet to get over. Well, do we need to go all that way? We might just be able to. Okay, I'll just show you on. Does this work? Does this come up for you? Yeah. So as we overfly Squamish and hopefully let Steve Rings join us there, we are here. And Whistler, we could just follow the road up to Whistler, but that'd be boring. So we're not going to do that. There's Whistler there. It's actually not even that far. So we are going to... Let's take this river up and let Mount Garibaldi pass on our right. So that's way up there, Mount Garibaldi, which is actually a volcano, I believe. So let's start to climb. So what have I got on now? I've got 125 knots on. I'm going to actually decrease the collective initially, because that's going to be quite demanding on the helicopter to climb at 125 knots. So I'm going to try and climb at about 115. There it comes. So there's 115 now. Speed hold now, pull the collective, and it will be doing a climb. There we go. That's good. So it looks like I'm climbing at about, only 500 feet. There, it's coming in now. 600 feet. It's not very fast, is it? So I'm just pulling as much as I dare there on the collective. That's getting up to 1,000 feet a minute now. That's a bit better. There's Garibaldi up there. We're not going to be getting that close if we're climbing at this rate. So what am I doing now? 700. So this heavy helicopter is not climbing quite as fast as what I might have hoped. So I will take the speed off. Keep the nose up. Nose up more. Nose up more. Nose up more. And we will let... Maybe I'll see if I can climb at maybe about 108 or so. And that'll increase our rate of climb. So there's 110, 109, 108. Speed hold, please. Lower the... Whoop, the cyclics. That wouldn't have been very smooth for the passengers. It would have been much better if I'd taken my own advice and used the trim switch. Would have been much more sensible there. Okay, so now we're still only climbing at 1,000. David, did I buy the H130 through the in-game store or via a third-party store? Just wondering if it affects model matching. Don't know. Well, I know that the H130 for me was actually given to me by Josh Cowan, so I guess that counts as his store. Not through the Microsoft store then, so maybe that is a factor. David, maybe that is a factor. So we're climbing now at 1,000 feet a minute. That's better. So we're going to start turning right. Get out of the valley and get into the mountains. Yes. So Garibaldi's going to be climbing steeply on our right. There it is. Woohoo! That is tall. Now I need that on slow. No. Slow. A bit nicer. There we go. That's better camera work. JB Vox, hello to you. Haven't seen you yet. So nice to see you. Nobby down there at Squamish still. Oh, and there's that view back up Howe Sound. Oh, look at that view. That's spectacular. What a country. So, how are we progressing? Oh, I've left the, as usual, left something up I didn't mean to leave up. Sorry about that. Alright, so I'm not quite sure what lake it is we're heading up to up here, but let's just get the rest of this turn in. Am I climbing fast enough for this? I might need to lower the forward speed again a bit to get the climb up a bit faster. We're already at 5,000 feet though, we're doing okay. Still climbing at 1,000 feet a minute. Just adjusting my heading hold here. Pretty happy with our direction here. We've got a nice pass that we hopefully will be able to enjoy if I get all this correct. It's a big if. Keep that coming in here. Yes, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to lower my speed here to get the climb accelerated. Or else I'll try and get through that pass up there. Yeah, that looks a bit better. So let's just get a bit more over here. Motion duck. Anyone know if the annoying H125 sudden turn when one skid on the ground bug has been fixed or improved in the SU5 beta? That's a good question. I've not tried SU5 beta just yet. I've been too busy in SU4. And also we're waiting for some compatibility stuff like chase plane. Oh, this view. External. Oh, there's Howe Sound still. You can still see it from up here. That is gorgeous. Out there in the background. Garibaldi, we're a bit more closer to the flanks of. Alright, back inside and not hit the ground there. So I want to turn left now. Just thread the needle here a bit. Oh, what just happened there? Oh, the SAS has come off, that's why. Heading. Right, so we made our first lake. This lake doesn't have a name in Navigraph, but I'm sure it has a name, so sorry for me not knowing that. Right, so this is... The SAS came off and is just put me in a bit of a mess here. Our first frozen lake! Now remember, I'm not going to be satisfied until I find a moose. So I'm going to cheat and use the dev mode to see if I can work it out. But I always forget what it's called. So anyway, we'll figure that one out. Or not. There's no moose this far south! No! They're Alaskan. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So there is... That's about the equivalent of Australians laughing at everyone being afraid of spiders in this country. Me thinking that there were moose this far south. All right, thank you for correcting me there. Overspeed on the Discord chat. Let's... Oh, I feel like we're on top of the world up here, doesn't it? Oh, I just want to have one last look at Garibaldi. It'll be behind us now. Yeah, there we go. Oh, have I left people behind? Have I left people behind? That's not good. Am I going that fast? 120. I'll slow down. So Alt. No, keep Alt. Hold on, Matthew, and lower the collective. I'll slow down to about 100 and let people catch up. So we're not climbing anymore, 9,000 feet. So the next lake that's going to be in front of us, in fact we can descend down into it, is going to be Cheakamus, or Cheakamus. Yeah, so I got quite a long way to descend now because I went over that pass quite high. So what will be the best method here? I'm going to take all of these modes off, lower the collective a bit more dramatically. And try and get down here. We might just have to do a little bit of circling to lose all of the height required down there. I assume we've still got a westerly. I'm just going to check. There could be risk of downdrafts and updrafts here, people, just on the flanks of the hills there, so just be mindful of that. So I am descending at 1,200 feet per minute. I've got 90 knots on. I think I'm well placed. That's Lake Cheakamus right in front of us. And I'll probably be turning left and then do a 180 to get the height down so that we can land at the eastern end of Lake Cheakamus. And then we'll be climbing up again to get to our next exciting destination. At Mount Whistler, or is it called Whistler Mountain in fact? Yes. Okay, so Cheakamus well below us. So still an open question there on the YouTube chat. Anyone know if that annoying twisting on the ground situation with the H125 when there's one skid in contact with the ground, is that still extant in Sim Update 5 Beta? Would be very interesting to know if anyone's had any experience with that. Windy.com. The all-purpose aviation weather resource when you don't have anything else to look at, so get to the right country at least. Maybe Windy thinks that we've just got a very soft westerly in here. Alright, so I'm going to do a left and then a left. I'm going to do a left and then a 180 to land at the eastern end of the lake, which is completely frozen. That's believable to me. I'd believe that this lake could be completely frozen now, unless Overspeed wants to correct me. Yes, that's looking good. That's looking really good. Always beautiful. So up to Mount or Whistler Mountain. Okay, so I've done most of the descent I need to do. So now I'm going to do the full 180 to get back to the other side of the lake, other end of the lake. It's going to require a bit more of intervention here on the controls to persuade the SAS to go around. That's pretty good. I'm also a bit too much speed there, so nose down. Look at that. Look at that. I'm going to go right up to the trees at the other end. And we'll take a group photo on the shore of frozen Lake Cheakamus. How good is this? It's just glorious. This is we don't get this in Australia and New Zealand. Oh, a bit of shuddering there in the helicopter. You're very kind, Overspeed. Just reassuring us that our geography is just fine down in this part of the world as well. It is good. It's just like this is frozen lakes and things are pretty exciting for me. Okay, well, what about this little... Is that a stream coming into... A frozen stream coming into the lake there? It could be nice to settle down at, if I could just judge this descent properly. Alright. Right, the SAS is annoying me right now. It's doing that oscillation. Whoa! Almost did some skiing there. Okay. Let's just come into trees here, so our shot will look pretty. Lake Cheakamus in British Columbia. Beautiful stuff. Oh yeah, nice move there. Okay, just cancel out that translation speed there. I got the 5432 and no translational movement, please. And settle it down. Settle it down. Oh, that was a bit harder than what I thought it was going to be. And notice that FSRealistic Plus really gave me a bump there. And that is gorgeous. That is lovely. Always a spectacular scene with so many helicopters behaving badly on the shore of this frozen Lake Cheakamus. That is so good. Well, I'm just going to see what I can do about getting a group shot here. I'll just go faster with that button there. There we go. How can I frame this up nicely? By not flying through the lake, that's better. And I'll get a bit of zoom there. Ah! Imagine how fresh the air must be up here. Let's see if we can get this helicopter in. That's the H160 of Whisperdark. Nice flying. Get that into our screenshots channel on the Let's Fly Discord server. The link is in the live stream description. In you go. Like, Cheakamus. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Alright, so let's get up to our next spot. So we're going to get up, we're going to need to climb, now that we've got rid of all of our height, we're going to climb west of Mount Whistler and land by the Cloudraker Skybridge, which sounds very James Bond, doesn't it? So the Cloudraker Skybridge, which has been modelled for everyone in MSFS 2024, let us go up and see if we can find it. We might need to do a couple of turns to get all the height that we need. So, oh, that's right, that's wrong. Try and model a decent pickup here. Still sliding to the right. I'll just try and get over these helicopters here. Find a clear spot to exit. There we go. Oh, you get an interesting sort of lack of perception on your height off the frozen lake there. Interesting stuff. Yeah, that SAS wasn't very good for me when I was coming into land. It was just oscillating around a bit, so I had to just disable it. And is that on that switch? It is on that switch there. Fantastic. Oh, now it's just stuck on. Okay, alright, well, I'll leave it on for now. I do have one switch here that works with the S76, but I wasn't aware if it works with the H130 or not. It's half works, so I just need to maybe investigate this and get the SAS on and off working in the H130 on my hardware controller, which will be nice. the most convenient, having that working properly. Alright, so let's see what we need to do here. So there's the point. We're going to have to climb pretty dramatically to get up there. So let's 106 speed hold. That's going to really bring the nose up. Let's get some heading hold on. And we might need to sort of backtrack a little bit, sort of go down and then up. No, not down. Go east, west, and then double back west to sort of get the height that we need to get up to the Cloudraker. The Cloudraker Skybridge. And there's some nice Mamu placed lifts. Well, he didn't place them, did he? He just, not just, but he obtains the OpenStreetMap data and applies his models so they all work nicely in the sim. Thank you, Mamu, for your innovative, clever work to make our sim experience ever more realistic. Okay, that's looking like a pretty good climb there. I've got, what have I got? Oh, only 570. Okay, so maybe I can pull a bit more collective. I can see I've got a bit more power available here on the first limit indicator. I'm just going to keep pulling that until I'm at just outside of the yellow band. Need to climb up. How are people keeping up with me there? It looks alright. Look like you're doing alright. Whisper Darks had no trouble climbing up there in your H160. I'm not surprised. So we're sort of below that Cloudraker Skybridge right now, so we need to climb up, climb up, climb up, and we need to kind of get up there. Looks pretty high up from down here, but we'll do that no problem. We'll do that no problem. So that's 1,000 feet a minute there, and the altitude we're climbing up to, I think, is about 7,200. We're already at 5,700, so I think I can start to turn around now. So I'll do a 90, then a 90. I think that'll do it to the right. Want a little bit more collective to keep that FLI up nice and high, using lots of power in the H130. And there's Whistler way below us, but we'll come to that later. We'll have a fun steep descent. Okay, I can do the next 90 now, so my height here is fine. I hope you're doing okay back there. 90. Excellent stuff. So, how is this placed? It looks like we're doing okay. A little bit more direct into the point. Yes, I can see it up there now. Okay, so I might just take manual control of the helicopter at this point. Thank you for your good work, HeliSAS. So there is our landing location right up ahead. I'm going to try and land next to some of the buildings up there. We can have a look at all the ski equipment up there for people to enjoy. Lifting nose, lowering collective. There's the bridge. Oh, that looks great. The Cloudraker Skybridge. I've still got 70 knots on. So I'm going to come in from the east, so I'll do another 180. That's where we're going. Yeah, I can see the blade slap effect, but I can't hear it. So my sound is just not quite what I want it to be today. There's a chairlift placed by Mamu. Thank you. It looks really good. Yeah. Gives a lot more life to these alpine scenes. get past this building here, and I'll just get to this end of the side of the bridge. Hopefully not land on a big boulder. I forgot to check for bears at Cheakamus. Just edging forwards in here. Look at this bridge. How cool is that? How cool is that? Gently down here. Whoo-wee! Made it. So, I'll just idle it. Landing light off. It already is, of course. And let's have a look outside. Oh, I love seeing all these helicopters up here. H130s, H125s. Everyone naturally is walking to the bridge to see if you can walk over it. If you can figure out how you're going to walk over that, you're going to be doing better than me. Because I didn't figure out how to get onto it. You would have thought if you were going to place a beautiful model like that, a footbridge. Oh, yes, Shibidoo. Oh, we saw that. Nice. Nice loop. A nice loop to get under the bridge. Overspeed, you are an excellent person. Thank you for suggesting it. Thank you for co-hosting it, as it were, and look forward to catching you next time. Lots of photos coming from Verticon thanks to Overspeed. Good stuff. So, yeah. Alright, so that's looking so good. Oh, why can't we walk on this bridge? If you're going to put this lovely bridge in here, Microsoft and Asobo and people, Gaia, I don't know who built this for the sim, but we need to walk on it. This is mandatory. We absolutely, it's impossible that we could imagine any scenario which we cannot walk on this beautiful scenery. Come on, let's have it. Okay, that's a smart idea. Well, I'm going to let someone else take that risk. Helicopter 5432 suggesting land on it and exit your helicopter. I'd say if anyone's in the right place there to be Rob, looks like you might be trying to do that very thing. That is glorious. Oh, we've got a couple takers here. Shibidoo's a bit of a daredevil. Not something you'd probably want to try in real life, but this isn't real life. We can do what we want. Nice try, Delta Foxtrot. Helicopter 5432. No, maybe not. Nice try. The Impossible Dream. That looks unnatural, I gotta say. Wait, someone's on the bridge. Someone is on the bridge. It's Helicopter 5432. You have achieved the Impossible Dream, and it only cost you an H130 to do it. You are a legend. Look at you. You are going straight to the highlights reel. You are. Believe it or not, he's walking on air. That is top work. And look what you did to your helicopter. We're not going to dwell too deeply on that. Come and join us on the next flight, people. This is the kind of crazy stuff you can get up to. Well, people, we have a steep descent to get into Whistler Blackcomb Helicopters. So I'm going to reset my view here, which always does that, and then back into here. I'm going to bring myself back up to flight, and I'm just going to just contemplate our arrival. So we've got about, we've got a lot of feet to lose to get down to Charlie Bravo Echo Niner. So if anyone wants to join us, Charlie Bravo Echo Niner is the place that you'll do it. That's at 2,000 feet. We are currently at 7,500. We have 5,500 feet to lose. So I propose we don't just do that in a straight line. I propose we go back sort of south initially, into the valley, turn right, overfly Whistler, and get up to Charlie Bravo Echo Niner, which is Blackcomb Whistler Helicopters. And a lot of us have got a scenery add-on pack from flightsim.to, thanks to the person who uploaded that for us to enjoy. And so, landing light goes on. Is that still someone walking on air up there? I'm going to have to come fly by and check it out. Lifting. Whoa, okay, don't rock forwards. Yeah, really wanted to come forwards there, so now don't collide with the bridge or Felix. Or that person floating in the air is gone. Ritzkio. That's so good. That is so good. That was fun. Good work, people. Right, so let's south, and then we will take 2 more rights to get into the valley to get down to Whistler. Yes. So good. See, I'm climbing, which is not what I want. So let's nose down. There's the blade slap, which I can't hear. My audio has been a bit of a nightmare for the last few streams. Got to figure out what I'm going to do to improve that. Just get the SAS on there, a bit of a lurch. FSRealistic Plus does not support virtual reality, nor does Chaseplane. So FSRealistic Plus requires Chaseplane, and neither of them at this time support virtual reality in 2024. I believe Chaseplane had some 2020 VR support, which I never tried. So people might recall that it worked okay for them back in that simulator, but it is not currently supported. With that said, some things do work. I mean, the external views work. I guess the sounds would work. But the camera control, because the virtual reality mode is a different camera. Oh, we're just starting to overspeed there a little bit. So let's get this nose up now. So we've already lost 1,500 feet. And we're going to be taking a right, just following the river up here. There's the blade slap. It's just a bit quiet for me. And you can see the console vibrating there slightly with the blade slap. So blade slap's more likely to happen during descent or deceleration. Oh, that was a very sudden cut-off. Maybe it was actually another helicopter outside. 4,700, and then we continue to follow up here to get up to Whistler. We probably could have gone straight down looking at that, but oh well, we've gone the scenic route, and it's very pretty, so why wouldn't we do that? So Whistler Blackcomb Helicopters will fuel up there. I've only got half fuel already, so I've burnt half a tank of fuel in the H130 already. Take a very short break, and we'll climb up to the Glacier country to the east of Whistler and proceed south, get down into that pit valley to get ourselves back into Vancouver. And we'll probably do that with a bit of speed on as well. Collective. Bit of vibration there. I like that. I like the vibrations and the effects. It's just that none of them seem very loud today. It might be the way that I'm just doing the audio, which is a little bit awkward. Yes. Check that I definitely have that going to the correct output. FSR is that one. So I've got a video coming out about FSRealistic Plus later today, Australia time. It's just that I just didn't quite finish it yesterday. It's almost done. Profile settings. Sennheiser main audio. Interesting. Profile. I'm going to share my profile eventually once I'm happy with how the H130 is all set up. So I'm just going to use Windy again to check the wind at Whistler Blackcomb Helicopters, which is not that far off. We're only a couple of minutes out, so let's just check. I think it's going to be quite alright. Yeah, 1 knot from the southwest. Okay, well, I think we can just pretend that there's no wind. So landing light remains on. Oh, I've only got 62 knots happening here. Let's go a bit faster. Sorry, people. I was just dragging the pace there a bit. Area 51, you would be welcome to join us. All of the settings instructions are in the live stream description. Just briefly, you need to be on the Southeast Asia server. You need to have multiplayer all players visible. You need to have a couple of other things set which are in the description, and you need to spawn in at Charlie Bravo Echo 9er on the screen now. CBE 9, that's where we're about to set down. Don't know quite how I managed to get so slow there, just enjoying the view too much as usual. Whistler looks lovely under all this snow. I'm sure it must be very, very cold indeed. Here's a lake that's not frozen. That's interesting. That's the end of this lake is where we'll find Whistler Blackcomb Helicopters. Getting a little bit of bumping around as the speed increases. It looks like, my voice is a bit higher now, so I'll just bring up the background noise a bit more. Hopefully that's okay. Let me know if it's not. Looks like Speedy Pro might be down at Whistler Blackcomb Helicopters already. See if I can find some space. There's plenty of helipads there, so we'll see if there's enough room to get everyone in. Okay, so I need to get that SAS off at this point. I'm going to go over the hill so I can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, so we've found Whistler Blackcomb Helicopters there. We've got a row of trees above the road and then the helicopter facility right above it. There's the blade slap. Now I can hear it. Quite a steep approach coming in over like this. Maybe not the most professional way to do it. But it's looking pretty stable. 47 knots now. I'm just going to go straight in, I think, and look for one of those pads there. .32 knots. Steep approach over the trees is good. Alright, a bit of jostling for parking spaces here. And eyes on the prize there. I've chosen my helipad. Edging forward and left. Eyes ahead. Slow descent down. Alright, not too bad. So let's idle that engine, get that landing light off, and pop outside to enjoy the scene. Oh! Did I get the middle of that landing pad? I think I did. Well, I was concentrating. I was just trying to model good flying for once on this flight. There we go. I'm pretty pleased with that. Oh, good job on the scenery here. I think I just better just look up that person's name so that I can credit them, because they've just obviously done this for free on flightsim.to, and it's really enjoyable. Nice touchdown FHPRA, very safe and stable, very good. Oh, my helicopter's moving. That's not good. Whisper Dark. Shibidoo. Well, you're our stunt pilot. You should be able to get down to that pad, alright? David, what are all the add-ons I have in the tablet? Okay, I'll show you in a sec. Oh, look at all these helicopters parked down here. Wow, how cool is this? Do you know what? What am I going to do? I'm going to go fast here on chase plane. I'm going to back off here, and I'm going to do a shot with all the helicopters on it, and I'm going to see if I can send it to the author, whose name I just promised I'm going to look up, because I think that's really awesome. Oh, okay, so let's just get that speed back down to slow. That's better. Zoom in. We'll get a group shot here. That is brilliant. That is so good. Alright, so let's just get this posted up. No, not like that. No, not like that either. That is so good. So, we owe this pleasure to a contributor on flightsim.to by the name of Piefly, as in apple pie. So, Piefly, thank you very much for this good work here. Whistler Blackcomb Helicopters looks fantastic! And it looks even better with all these helicopters on it, don't you reckon? I think that's just awesome. So, an add-on well worth adding to your collection, I propose, if you're going to do any flying in an exciting area like this. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. So, quick break from me, and we'll get back and do some more flying. Get ourselves back down to Vancouver. All right, let's start to think about the next exciting leg of this brilliant journey, and a couple of people to say hello to on the channel, on the YouTube chat. Gary, yeah, sorry, you're still having some difficulty with not having other aircraft visible. Very strange. I'd be thinking about the reinstall now as well, like I think you suggested to me. 555 GTA, I'm in the right server but can't see anyone. Make sure that you have got multiplayer all on and that your traffic quantity is not set to off. And Raptor Edits Shorts, hello! Nice to see you, thanks for coming along. And has anyone new joined us here in the... Oh, GTA 555, there you are. We can see you actually, 555, so... That's promising. What do you've got oh, and Soy Sauce 623. You're invisible to me, but I can see you're online there. That's good. Steve Rings, GTA. Good stuff. Well, I hope you get yourself sorted out there soon, so we'll welcome you aboard. So, here I am back in the interior. Now, fuel. So, just a reminder, people, if you haven't already, maybe fuel up. Flight performances, mass and balance, fuel, get that all the way up there. So it's going to be a bit of a tough call to climb up nice and high up there. Or Galactic Gremlin, thank you for those kind thoughts. You are still able and invited to join. We are at Blackcomb Helicopters. Again, the code, Charlie Bravo Echo 9er, CBE 9er. You can join in. But we are taking off momentarily. We will be departing. We can take this valley up here as we climb up, and we'll just enjoy all of the spectacular scenery up there. What were the mountains I said that we were going to? Caleb, yeah, hopefully you just caught that. CBE 9er. It's in the live stream description. CBE 9. You can join us there, and we will fly up into the peaks and enjoy the glaciers up top. So we're heading for, to be precise, Wedge Mountain and the Wedgemont Glacier. Yep, Raptor, just exactly what Caleb just said there. So what else do I need to prepare? I've got my coming up to flight. It actually was. This is being a bit strange today, or maybe there's some other conflict I haven't sorted out yet. So, have a quick look around here. So we're going up there. Ooh, that looks nice and steep. So I'm going to take off backwards. Even though I'm not in a twin-engine helicopter, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to take off backwards. Upland pilot's excited. So am I. What are you excited about, Upland? Caleb, first time multiplayer. Let's fly. Excellent stuff. Well, Upland, so which are you visible to me, Upland? Because you're very welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. Are you? I'm not sure if I've seen anyone with that name. That's obviously you, but you are welcome. So, I'm going to lift. I need right pedal, I need right stick, I need a lot of aft stick. You've not got anything set up to fly, Galactic? Well, we'll look forward to catching you another time. So, again, the H130 wants to pitch forward, so I'm just going to... Whoa, it really wants to pitch forward this time. Have I left some trim in? Whoa, that is not good. Yeah, there's some unwanted trim there for sure. Okay, so now I'm going to do what I said I was going to do and take off backwards. Sort of a twin engine departure profile. And you keep your pad in view there so that you can get back down to it if you need to. Alright, pedal turn to the right. Look at you all! So good. Well, Chibi-Doo, you are really throwing that H130 around today. Good times. Okay, I'm going to slowly get moving over here, and hopefully people can keep up. I've noticed a few people still on the ground. It's all good. I'll just slowly get moving in this direction. Now I can't find my naviggraph. Have I closed? Oh, there it is. Too many windows open. I am so hungry for the day where I get more than one screen. It's going to make a big difference. Caleb, you're going to bring this Chinook so you can catch up. Well, that thing is a speed demon. It looks like, you know, I don't mean to be mean, but the Chinook is not one of the world's prettiest helicopters. But, oh, boy, can it move. Just be mindful of those power lines down there, people. And Shibidu's aerobatics. Raptor, I managed to grab a new GPU after the NVIDIA incident, so hoping to have some better graphics for flying. Well, okay, sounds promising. What was the incident? Just the fact that they've making for AI. It's a pretty tough consumer market. There was no way that I could afford to get a 5090. I mean, the price was just absolutely eye-watering. Okay, this valley looks good. In fact, I think not only does it look good, it's actually also the correct valley. So I've small navigational win, and I wonder if that's actually, oh, that might be Mount James Turner ahead. We want to get up to Wedge Mountain, and we'll just have just admire the. Oh, it's nice climbing like this. Lots of power on, and we've just got the helicopter nicely balanced up. This is how they fly in Queenstown. Well, in the BK117 that I had a trip in, it was just like, you just set it up, you're not going particularly fast across the ground, 70 knots in this case. You got all the power applied, we're outside of the yellow band there, that's good. And we just let the helicopter climb up. Very nice work. I don't even have SAS on at this point, so given it was being a bit of a pain before, I might just leave it off for now. Nice. Oh, that's so good. JB Vox and Helicopter 5432 staying in good formation there with Chappers Fly as well. Looks like I might have left a few people behind. Raptor, yeah, they're cutting GPU production, NVIDIA, and the price is going up a bit. A bit? Oh, Lord. And RAM. Oh, and SSDs. It's just a pretty tough situation right now if you were hoping to upgrade. On the other hand, I mean, there's still an upper end of the market that sort of cycles through the gear, and they still, you know, sink thousands of dollars on their gear, and maybe you can pick up second-hand items. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to get my, I'm trying to sell my old 7900 XT, so I'll get that up soon. Not that I'm offering to sell it through the channel, I'll get that on a separate professional site, but anyway. Raptor, you were skiing a week ago and a SAR helicopter landed 20 metres away. Is it EC130? Yes. Personnel jumped off because it was a skid-in landing. Wow. Could feel the snow and hear it was so loud. Wow. Awesome. An H130, or an EC130 you said. That's nice. Great helicopter. So this is Wedge Mountain just off to our left now, so I propose... Oh, maybe we'll just... That's Wedge Mountain right there. So I wonder if we've lost a few people here. Is that because they're just checking out anyway, or... Yeah, we've just scattered a little bit. Okay, so that's Wedge Mountain. So what will I do? The time... Oh, we've already been going nearly 2 hours, so maybe we should just get moving. The... Quiver Peak is what I said in the description. Quiver Peak is 8,790 feet to the south. So that'll be one of the tall ones out there. Might not do a landing on that one. Might just sort of get past and get a move on. So we're at 9,000 feet now. Oh, this 130's climbed up beautifully. Oh, look at the view. We're on top of the world. We are on top of the world. Is that the right direction? Maybe a little bit more, and that'll be Quiver Peak. And we've just got all these glaciers to admire here. They're not rendered sort of differently, I suppose, in this, or is it because there's fresh snow on top and we don't really see the glacier ice underneath? Area 51, okay, I'm sorry that you had issues there. Did you follow those steps that I put in? Oh, I've got them on here on the bot as well. Some of them you need to do before you start the flight, for instance, the multiplayer all. Oh, look at these mountains. I'm going to sort of keep it nice and high for a bit here and just enjoy this spectacular view. Wow, lucky passenger who gets to enjoy that. Look, look, with helicopter 5432 doing your excellent formation flying there still. Good work, pilot, excellent stuff. What other view would be nice here? Flyby. Oh yes, that's so good. That is so good. Is that Mount Garibaldi all the way to the south there? It's so tall. So I'm climbing up at 11,000 feet now. I better level off actually. So I'll level off at 11,000. So SAS alt. Okay. 11,000 feet. This will get the speed up now, and we can just enjoy this high-speed kind of review of where we were. No, it can't be Mount Garibaldi because that's in the other direction. So Garibaldi will be over to the right there. So I need to just adjust my heading over to the right a bit. So just get that heading back there and put that in there. Maybe a little bit more. Raptor. Might be controversial, but I don't like the EC Helicopters tail rotor. Are you talking about the enclosed fenestron rotor? Is that what you mean? They've got a very particular sound. So there's a H130 that flies around my place. It's actually modelled in the Cowan Simulations. Oh, this scenery up here. This is beautiful flying up here. Nice and high. There's the valley we came up before. And if we look over to the right, we might see the other end of Cheakamus Lake where we landed before. It's just in there somewhere. So in the H130 pack from Cowan Simulation, there is VHWVV modelled, which I see almost every day. It's kind of cool. In Melbourne, doing scenic flights, I would think, for the most part, and charters. Yeah, Cheakamus is down there somewhere. So a little bit more to the right. I've got 129 knots on, so I could just afford maybe to just lower the collective slightly. So, what is it about the tail rotor you don't like, Raptor? Is it because that sound is quite drony? That's the reason I mentioned that one that I see here every day. It's got the real particular sound to it. Oh, this is glorious up here. Just glorious. All right, Raptor. Nice to have you along. Thanks for coming. Thanks for asking questions. Anyone watching the stream, if there's anything helicopter on your mind that you'd like to ask or to share, we're all about it, so go ahead. Oh, you don't like the visuals? So what I can tell you about this, I'm not well, that is some very close formation flying there. what I can tell you is that Fenestron rotors are more efficient in cruise and less efficient in hover. And I think it was the Gazelle, when the Gazelle was the first... Oh, David, sorry. Yes, I'll answer that question in a moment. The Gazelle being the first helicopter with the Fenestron tail rotor, I think they experimented with actually turning off the Fenestron and cruise, because you've got this big fin up here as well to support it, well, to support the stability, and so they thought they would actually be able to operate without it. For me, it is a bit scary, the thought of turning off your tail rotor. So I don't know if they actually persisted with that. And here's the Pitt River, people. This is going to take us all the way back to Vancouver. Actually, am I right about that? This is a valley that leads down to the Pitt River. So we can descend down into that and do a bit of some silly and fun flying at low altitude. So I'm going to lock speed in and I'm going to lower collective, and that's going to take my altitude down. I'm going to get right down in that valley. We can follow the Pitt River along until we hit civilization. Okay, David's asking about these tablets, these tools that I have in the tablet. Are these the ones that you're talking about here? Still wondering about your tablet add-ons. So I've got the Mamu's Animate Lifts. That's from his project Lifts. And this, I don't often really use that, but it adds an animation to the gondolas and, no, not the gondolas, the cable cars that Mamu has added into the sim with Project Lifts. Highly recommended add-on for anyone who's into alpine flying, because we get all those chair lifts added. I didn't really dwell on that when we were up at the Cloudraker Skybridge, but oh, we can see right down to the water down there. Is that one of the lakes? Is that still? Yeah, it's all part of the Pitt Valley anyway. Stunning view. So that's that one. And ED Pro, that is the Emergency Dispatcher Pro add-on, which I demonstrated in a live stream with the developer last week. So Matt from Moravia Softworks came on, and we had a bit of fun flying a couple of missions in the MH60 Tango, and flew outside of a couple of the bases that he has based his app from. Kodiak is one, which is great because we've already got that sort of mini scenery there, thanks to Miltech, if you've got the MH60 pack. And the other one was Joint Base, what's it called now, up there in Cape Cod. So there's a Coast Guard base there. No scenery for that one, so it was just the default. So not as visually impressive, but quite fun. We did like a downed airliner rescue kind of operation there. And so that's all in here. So if I clicked on that now, you won't see anything in here because it's all, well, it just loads the empty map. But yeah, go and have a look at that live stream that we ran last week. It was quite fun. And of course I'll do a proper video on Emergency Dispatcher Pro later on when it's time for that to come out. It's an open beta now, so you can actually have you can apply and just have a bit of a play with it and let Matt know your feedback. Let's turn a bit more left to follow the Pitt River. Oh, it's just glorious up here. Glorious. So good. Falcon Mech, hello to you. I think I saw your name before, but I didn't get around to greeting you. Sorry about that. Nice to see you, Falcon Mech. Just the scenery, isn't it? Just endlessly glorious. Me going on and on about the scenery as usual. So good. So there's peaks off to the left there. Shakala, is it? Skakala Peak? Skakala Peak? Sorry. Nebula Peak, that's a good name. Over there to the off that side. Oh, passenger view, very nice. What are they looking at there? Down the valley. Remote Peak. That's a good name. beautiful stuff. I love these views that Chase Plane offer me, and I'm just recording them from my Stream Deck. There's no Stream Deck integration. I just have to use hotkeys, which is why they interfere with things like throttle bindings that I don't necessarily need or want. That was so good. So we're probably almost halfway back to Vancouver. And what approach will we do? There wasn't any approach listed, so I just proposed we go straight into 08 left. I'll bring the chart up, might make this a bit easier. Just a moment to bring the charts up. Two 6 left, I meant, not 08 left, sorry. David, what are the extra icons in the map on the tablet? So, are you seeing them now? So I've got these purple ones here because I've got a flight plan in. Is that what you meant, David, or one of these other ones? 7,000 feet, so we've lost 4,000 feet already. Very tall looking volcano style peak over there on the left, isn't it? Would that be Mount Robbie Reed? Prominent on the landscape. Right, so we continue our descent, 6,600. And what do I need to do? I need to maybe just bring up the Navigraph again. So we are proceeding down the Pitt River. Oh, sorry, I just I just pushed the wrong button there. That is the Moravia details from our live stream last week. But we were just talking about it, so you can follow that link and you can apply to join that beta. So that's all the details there. So we are flying down the Pitt River. I propose we actually follow this little stream here when we get down there. So we'll come down here, take a right turn. We'll follow this little stream down. That might be a bit more fun. We can throw our helicopters around a bit, do a little river run to meet the Pitt again. Follow the Pitt, join the Fraser, and then we're straight in to runway 26 left at Vancouver, and we'll take one of these first exits to get back round to the helicopter area that we started from. So that is my plan, my incredible plan. And if I say it with a portentous dramatic voice, it sounds like I'm smarter or more authoritative, whereas in reality I'm really just making this up as I go along, sort of. Simon, anyone else here fly remote controller helicopters? The summer hobby. That's your summer hobby, and you swim in winter. What? Simming, swimming. RC helicopters in summer, simming in winter. All helis all the time. Simon, I love that. What kind of remote control helicopter are you flying? I don't know anything about them, to be honest. Although, interestingly, what I notice is that YouTube, because it knows that I'm a simmer, assumes that I must be interested in RC helicopters as well. So it tells me lots about them as well. So it's just an interesting little quirk in the algorithm. So we need to figure out where this right-hand turn is, and we're going to follow that stream, which will be a bit more fun. So I think we don't want to go as far as that headland down there on the river. Be just a bit of an art just choosing the right place to turn right here. Don't want to go too soon or too late. Okay, so let's start to fix this heading here. This is beautiful. This scenery. British Columbia. Wow. Oh, I think that might be it there. So I can see the valley over where Falcon Mech is from my angle here. I'm going to just try going there to see if it seems to line up in Navigraph, and that'll give us a sort of a fun stream to follow down. Yeah, I think this is the one. I think this is right. So Falcon Mech and Helicopter 5432, just come over to your right. Motion duct's heading in the right direction. Then we've got a nice fun river run to take us down. Is anyone still following me? Sort of the fleet scattered a little bit here. SAB 700 electric and 600 nitro. I don't know what they are, but they sound impressive. They sound impressive. How do you... I just don't quite know how you handle the tail rotor in your remote control helicopters, because it's... I mean, I've tried once in a while flying our helicopters in like an external view, and it's really hard. So you must have quite a bit of neural reprogramming to fly your radio controlled helicopter successfully there. So it sounds like quite an impressive skill. So yeah, what do you do to handle the tail rotor? -1 degree outside. Okay, it's time for some manual flying. We're in the correct valley. Gyro controls the tail. Aha! So you don't need to worry. That's one thing you don't need to worry about, right? So your kind of your anti-torque stability is managed for you, is what I'm gathering from what you're saying there. This is what we need in every flight. A bit of... Oh, this is spectacular. This is a canyon. Oh, I'm glad I spotted this. This was unplanned. Is there anyone behind me? Yeah, maybe. Oh, overspeeding it. And we've got more vibrations there in the cabin and a sound effect as well. I like having those extra auditory cues to help with your awareness of what's happening in the helicopter. Oh, this is beautiful. Yes. That's great. But don't hit the trees. As lovely and soft and frozen as they look. Oh, I said I was going to try and look for animals. Do I remember how to do it, is the first question. But they might not necessarily be the same as your animals, is the thing. So, what I want, sim objects or sim prop containers. I'm never quite sure. Containers. Animal. Oh, okay, 0 animals. So it just hasn't rendered any for me right now. Don't know. Flying animal. 95. Really? Spheres. So there's 95 birds somewhere. What do I want? I want the... Do I see any... Whoops. Okay, well, okay, so here's an example of me not being able to fly when I'm not in the cockpit view. Flying animal 95. I've got the sphere switched on. I've got the... Oh, okay, there we go. That's better. That's just the helicopters. They're not flying animals. Ugh, I don't know. So, no animals, no bears for me to chase, no mooses because I'm in the wrong part of the world. Thank you, Overspeed, for helping me understand that a bit better. Now we come back down to that pit valley again. Well, that creek was fun. I wanted it to be longer, though. So try and get back up to speed now. Excellent stuff. Hello, 47 concurrent viewers. You are welcome as we come down the Pitt River on our way back into Vancouver, having enjoyed some beautiful snowy peaks up around Whistler. Glacier's lake landings, frozen lake landings. Always glorious flying in the world of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Later today, I will be posting a review, first impressions of FSRealistic Plus. If you missed it, was it only last week or was it 2 weeks ago already? I added the chase plane review. So you do need chase plane to use FSRealistic Plus. So it's a bit of expense there, if I'm honest. But there is a giveaway. Anyone who is signed up to my new newsletter as of the 21st of March 2026 will go in the draw to win a Parallel 42 voucher so that you can buy yourself chase plane and a key for FSRealistic Plus, which I've been modelling today, and you can see just shaking around the cabin view there a little bit and be providing some subtle extra sounds. I think there's something wrong with my monitoring. I think maybe you've been hearing those sounds more than what I've been hearing them. Oh, this is beautiful. We have civilization. I can even see the skyscrapers of Vancouver. So yeah, your chance to win. Oh, that's interesting looking. Are they power lines? Yes, it's a large transmission system there. Just don't recognise that style of... Oh, I've got the binoculars. How do I do that? Yes, the binoculars. Oh, it's just a level of detail thing. Okay, alright. So they're just normal pylons after all. Reset that view, Matthew. That's better. Looks like a large hill's been quarried out there. Caleb, you had to cut over the mountains at 160 knots in your Chinook. Well, you can still join us at the end. Okay, I think I'm probably going to maintain 2,000 feet, or shall I get down to 1,500? Don't know quite what the airspace is down here. Well, we're going to be entering controlled airspace, not that we're really simulating it. I suppose if we stayed under 2,000, we would be out of controlled airspace for longer, so might as well just pretend that we're doing that. Altitude, and keep that heading hold on there. So yeah, the newsletter has taken a little bit of setting up. I've only published a couple of stories so far, but they've just been sort of things ready just to test the content management system and stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to make sure that all of my content has a sort of a second life on the newsletter as well. It's also a little website. So, oh, Ritzkio is falling out of the sky there. That does not look promising. Hope you're all right. And it's just a way for me to maybe connect to audience who don't necessarily always get the content recommended to them on YouTube. So it gives me another shot at that, and another way to engage with the content, another way for me maybe to add a bit of insight and views on what we're looking at and dealing with in the world of flight simulation, especially helicopters. And you can sign up now. So that invitation is open to you today as well. If you want to sign up to the newsletter, it's on wherever I put the links to it. There's an announcement on my Discord. So you can follow that. And anyone who is subscribed to the newsletter on 21st of March 2026 goes into the draw to win... Oh, okay, I'm fighting with the heading hold here. Chase plane and FSRealistic Plus. FSRealistic Plus I think is actually very good for helicopters. Add some nice visual effects. especially if you're not flying in VR. If you are flying in VR, it doesn't do anything. Well, the audio, I haven't tested it with the audio. I think the audio would still work, but the visual effects don't, because VR has full control of the visual experience in that case. So we'll be taking the north arm of the Fraser River to lead us back into Vancouver International. Don't know which one Caleb is. JB Vox keeping a nice formation there. Good work. How glorious it was being up in those mountains. So beautiful. Following the river. Well, it's a bit different from Papua New Guinea, isn't it? That was quite a different experience in those tropical, less developed areas. Vancouver is quite a contrast. Freeways, that huge rail, was it a big rail yard we passed over just a few moments ago? Looks like another one below as well. So Peter Webb and Steve Rings, that's the direction we're heading. Bit of low cloud or sort of hazy mists hanging about Vancouver in your afternoon. Good flying. Good flying. So let's just get rid of those name tags now and just enjoy the view, unaltered. Actually, here is the subscribe for the subscribe to the new newsletter. Here you go. Too many windows. Here's the north arm of the, is that the Fraser now? Or the, yeah, it's the Fraser, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, binoculars. Let's see if we can just get onto runway 26 left. Just slightly out of view there. Am I looking in the right direction? I think I am. Oh, there it is. That's the airport way out there. I love these chase plane binoculars. I think these are great. Oh, you've caught us, have you, Caleb? Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. Where are you? Not seeing any Chinooks. (1,900 feet), and this will just be a nice airliner style approach into Vancouver International. Runway 26 left. There we go. It's just in the hazy far vision there. That's runway 26 left, right near the centre point. Oh, the scenery is just stunning, Vancouver. So good. So take a bit of a right turn here. Then I will start to manually fly it. (130 knots), that's good. Landing light can come on. Oh, so good. Flyby views and chase plane. That formation flying is top work, people. Well done. JB Vox and Helicopter 5432, you are doing real good. Real good. Oh, it's almost like air traffic control. I've just brought that in perfectly. Almost see our apron. Okay, so let's start manually flying this thing. SAS comes off. Golf courses prominent on the landscape. Not too much wine production to talk about in this part of the world. Too cold. There is some production over the Great Lakes. Canada is the leading exponent of ice wine in the world, where those sweet ripe berries hang on the vine, get concentrated sugar, and freeze. You can squeeze off that syrupy juice and get a real sweet wine out of it. And it happens over sort of Great Lakes way, I believe. Alright, pretend you're a 737 people, or an A320. We're on the glide scope, glide slope. Much more fun in the helicopter. Simon, good wine from the interior of BC. Interesting. So I assume those valleys must be sort of quite warm in summer. There's definitely some wine inland in Oregon and Washington, so it's not that far out. Golden Gamer, well, this is we're pretty much at the end here. This is Vancouver, our next airport, where we will be taking a left to get back to that heli apron that we started at. Going much too fast here, so lowering the collective, raising the nose. Using the trim there to help me out. I left some trim in from my last flight, that was bad flying. This is about as fast as an A320 would be doing it. Well, almost. Even quite a bit of left pedal here, interestingly. Could have checked the wind, couldn't I? Alright, let's see if we can make this exit. Decelerating. $60 knots. Yeah, you've got a bit of a... the Alouette just almost smacked through me. Alright. Yeah, that wind's picked up here at Vancouver, alright. That's much stronger than when we left. I was pretty happy with that approach. Got a tailwind now. Need to be a bit careful here. There's Million Air again. Landing light comes off. And here's Foxtrot, where we took off from. It's quite nice coming back to the... Oh, not that is it, but this is. Bit of a sporty taxi there. Right. Just getting my act together here. That wasn't very good. Half an air taxi, half a hover taxi. Here's the helicopter apron we're looking for. That's what I wanted, the head tracking. Right, so off you come and just mind the MH60 there. Oh, it's hard work with the wind. I'm just going to come around the other side there. There's an animal. What is it? There's a cow. There is a cow loose at Vancouver International. It's It's running away from me. I'm chasing it. Don't worry, people. I've got the situation under control. Straight through the fence. It's a magical cow. Alright, you're welcome. Traffic, be careful. There's a cow loose. Vancouver International. All in a day's work. Let's come down to this pad. Alright, got the headwind now. That's much more comfortable. Still got quite a bit of left pedal in to make this work. Gently settle down. That's reasonably buttery. See if I can make a video highlight out of that cow on the loose. Look at you all coming in. Such good work, people. Good work. Alright, let's get a couple... I'll get that rotor spooling down. Area 51, I'm so sorry you weren't able to figure out how to join us. There is a small minority of people where they either miss one crucial instruction on the list of settings I gave you, or it simply doesn't work. Gary, for instance, was talking before and said he's been trying for ages, but it just hasn't worked. So it's a real pity. And remember to check those graphic settings as well, that you've got the aircraft variety on something other than off, because that also can trip people up. You are so welcome, Simon. Thank you for that compliment. Which camera do I want? The chase camera. Here we go. Let's fly around. Here's Rob coming in the MH60. Steve Rings, almost the whole time. You joined us at Squamish, didn't you? Nice to have you aboard. Motion duck, excellent work there. Scooting along the ground there in your H125, no problem. Yes, you show us some nice taxiing there, please, Rob. That's looking good. Yeah, you treat that MH60 with respect. Unlike me throwing around that H130 at times. Gritzig, hello to you. Nice to see you. Oh, Area 51. You're on PS5. Yes, that's why. Sorry, I had no idea. PS5, you're on a different network. It doesn't work. Maybe I should change that in the settings. I might put a note to that effect in the settings. PS5 is on a different network. Maybe they'll change that one day. I don't know. Oh, Bart is here as well, but didn't see you on the flight, Bart, so next time, I hope. Murray in another excellent paint job on the H130. Who was that in the Swiss one there again? Is that Helicopter 5432? Good flying today. You walked the bridge. Well, that was a lot of fun. Soy sauce too. Good work. That was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed being up in that alpine scenery. Overspeed is the person whom we can thank for suggesting his home territory for us to fly around. So we're lucky about that. Thanks again, Overspeed. Wasn't able to say the whole time. So let's power down our lovely H130. Checklist, I'm getting a little bit of laggy performance at the moment. Still says it's going out okay. Cyclist is neutral, the collective is fully down. We've let it cool down. The horn is off, we did that already. The landing light is off. System's off except anti-cols. Generator switch. Yeah, I'm getting a real laggy performance right now. I wonder what that's all about. Still fine leaving me. Anti-coal comes... No, anti-coal does not come off. The generator comes off. Yeah, okay, this performance has got pretty bad. Well, at least that only happened at the end. And last week I was getting all those crashes, so I've reinstalled MSFS since that time. Generator is off. And the engines come down. Yes, Gretzig, come and join us another time. It would be great to have you aboard. Come and join us another time. Always welcome. I've been doing these once a week recently. I might have next weekend off. It's the Melbourne Formula 1 Grand Prix, which is pretty near to my place, and it might just be nice to be out of the city for that. Ironically, it's all the helicopters that are actually noisier than the cars these days. As all of this starts to power down. Bit of cabin ambience there, which will stop when I hop outside, I think. So with the Airbus helicopters, we want one of the 3 blades pointing forwards when it stops, so that there's nothing sitting over the outlet. Yeah, I've lost all my frames here. Very annoying. So yes, and YouTube's complaining now as well. So what I will do is I will just go into general settings, and I will just turn down the graphics to not to ultra, not to high. You don't have to ask me to confirm every time, MSFS. It's just annoying. Oh boy. High end, no. Don't. This is painful. Down to medium, and it will probably be okay now. In fact, low end will do it. Medium. Oh, okay, whatevs. Yeah, that seems to have got it. It's just something to do with all the aircraft on screen all at the same time. And stop the blade there. So we've got a blade pointing forwards, which means when we pop outside, we've got nothing over the... Oh, there's the Chinook at last. Bushwhacked air. Nice to see you. With one blade forwards, then we've got none over the engine outlet. That's what we want. Cool. All right, so let's get that anti-cold light off. Let's get the avionics off. And I'm just going to enjoy the outside view at this point. Beautiful Chinook sound. Waka waka. Very nice. Gretzig, is there a way to get better model matching? The perennial question. Ask Microsoft and Asobo. Oh, you're welcome, Area 51. Thanks very much for your compliment there. Upland pilots, I suggest maybe you have you don't have all of the models. Golden Gamer, may I ask and recommend you do some Maldivian islands in the Indian Ocean? There's some beautiful sites. I bet there are. I bet there are. So the challenge will be we'll have to choose a different time zone. It'll still be dark when I normally fly, but that's all right. We could maybe work that out. And Golden Gamer, are you on the Discord? I think you are, aren't you? In which case you could maybe just drop a note about that to remind me in the event suggestions channel. And then we can make sure that happens. So Upland, if you don't own the models, then it won't be able to display them. I think it would be much better if Microsoft could stream just a low resolution view so you could at least see the correct aircraft type. Mine is an H130 that was developed in MSFS 2020. That could be an issue. Puerto Rico, says Area 51. I think that's a great idea. Yes, Caleb, someone's flying an Alouette. That's correct. Puerto Rico, I'm open to that, and a Caribbean run. It'd be nice to find areas where we've got a bit of mountainous scenery. Haiti, maybe? I don't know. So we're not just flying over the water the whole time, which is can be a bit... if that were the main thing that we're doing, it might not be quite as exciting as mountains and valleys and stuff, but hey, maybe I should just be open to doing something different. Maybe that's an excuse to fly the MH60. Ooh, or the MH65 when that comes out. When is that going to come out, though? That's the question now. We don't know. Knoxville, you thought that we were doing 150 or 160? I didn't really. A couple of times when I was going downhill, I was getting up to about 145. I was trying to keep a cruise of about 125 or 130. So sorry if that was getting a bit difficult. Oh, there's someone shutting down. Definitely open to Puerto Rico. Last call for questions on the YouTube chat. So if you've got some things you want to know about helicopter flight simulation, questions or insights, share them immediately, please, so that we can get those answers before we head off. Then I'll come along to the Discord chat for a little bit as well. Golden Gamer, because of the time zones, we could do some New York and Manhattan views, make our base at JFK. Yes, do a circle around the area, then return to JFK. That might work. What do you think? Yeah. I'd probably want to do that Manhattan heliport, and we'll do those Manhattan scenic routes. I've been meaning to do that for ages, actually. Your summer, sorry, Northern Hemisphere summer will be good for that, I think. So we'll do some Manhattan flying. I agree with that. So we might choose maybe we'll choose somewhere upstate a little bit, then come down the river, do the scenic into the heliport, the lower Manhattan heliport, I forget what it's called now, and then take off, sort of do the other side of the Hudson going up, and then maybe come to another handcrafted airport somewhere. That could be a good plan for Manhattan, I feel. We can include JFK. Are there any helipads at JFK? I'm just showing my great ignorance there. I don't do a lot of flying over there. Knoxville, it's great that you enjoy the mountain flying with the heli. And Goodney, thank you for your compliment there. Glad to have you along. You'll hit the bell and catch the next one. I hope you will, Caleb. Thank you very much. Yep, I'm going to call it the helicopter family, and we are always welcoming of new members. Not a lot of stuff happening, streaming wise and YouTube wise. There are, of course, other people who do make helicopter content. Not too many people who are focused exclusively on MSFS 2024 and doing the group flights like this on YouTube. So glad to reach out and connect with more people and expand our growing helicopter family. People come and go, of course, and so you're always welcome back. If you're taking a break and you're not flying for a while, you're always welcome back. Golden Gamer, sure, we could just fly over at JFK. Yeah, that's right. Or LaGuardia or Newark, I don't know. There'll be some helipads around there, I would think. So Area 51, yes, we have the Cordillera Central, which lots of mountains and valleys. Also the small islands of Culebra and Viquez, going to be insane. Oh, that sounds great. So Area 51, so you're actually in Puerto Rico yourself, are you? That's fantastic. Well, would love to take the stream out there. So I think the time, is it still daylight in Puerto Rico now, or is the sun set already? What's the daylight like right now over there? Because if it works now with the time zone, we could just do it soon, you know? Start planning a route, hopefully find some suitable airports, maybe some that are handcrafted or that I could rent for the day, like I have here, Vancouver. Upland Pilots, Hawaii. Yes, I'm open to that. I've been thinking about that one for a while. I do have the Clifford Designs Hawaii helicopter. Clifford Designs Hawaii waterfalls pack is what I'm trying to say. So definitely open for Hawaii as well. And the trip will still work for you even if you don't have the waterfalls pack. But I've just got to choose the right route. Hawaii is quite awkward, I feel, because it's like one island's kind of too small, and then it's like too long to fly to the next one. And anyway, we'll figure it out. So just keep the ideas coming on the event suggestions channel. And it sounds like Area 51's got some great ideas for Puerto Rico. So Area 51, I'll thank you. If you can just get onto the Discord as well and put that into the event suggestions channel, that'd be really great. The link, if you don't have it already, is in the live stream description. That goes for everyone. You're all invited. Come along, participate. Oh, Knoxville, you're Ritzkio. Oh, is that right? So it's always confusing with all the different names. Fredericks, oh, you couldn't make it today. Sorry, Fredericks. You're working in Auckland. All right. Well, I hope you're enjoying the conditions up in Auckland nonetheless. Earning money instead of spending it. Hope that's all right for you. Hope that's working well. Always welcome my extended New Zealand family on board as well. We'll do some more flying in New Zealand as well. I do believe that NZA Simulations is getting quite close to releasing their 2024 version of the Mount Cook scenery, in which case we will absolutely do some flying there. Again, you don't need the scenery to do the trip, but it'll be a nice way for me to showcase it in the stream and to let people know what it's like and give them a taste of the excellent scenery that good developers like NZA Simulations are doing. So that'll be coming up on the channel too soon, I think. Works better for me, instead of doing a focused video on a long form video on one scenery, it works better to do it as a live stream for me and my audience. So that's what I'll do there, and be good to have some people along for that one when that happens. New Zealand's always a very popular location for us to fly, and so spectacularly beautiful. And the Southern Alps there. Even Auckland's not too bad. I lived there quite a few years, you know. Excellent stuff. All right, people. Well, it might be time to say goodbye to the live stream. You've been excellent. Always good to have you on board. Thank you so much for your participation, for your generosity, for joining us, and look forward to catching you for another live stream real soon. And for people on Discord, I'll see you along in there in just a minute. So cheers, people. See you soon.